don't usually start this way round, do I? Who's there? I think I might have a Sarah. Sarah there. Let me know. Welcome to my live stream. Just trying to prep something in the background just here. Anybody there? Are you feeling all right? Let me know. I guess people start logging on as they're... Hello, Rosie. Nice to see you. I guess people start waking up and coming in. Excuse the choo-choo train sounds outside, but that's the kind of life. Hope for no dramatic moments. Well, I think you're kidding, Rosie. I think you're here for the dramatic moments. Hi, Annalie. Annalie, I think that's how I say your name. Hi, Annalie. How are you? And hi, Rosie. How are you? I think Rosie wants the drama. I think that's what she's here for. I know your sort. You fiend. Drama fiend. Okay, what shall we do? What shall we do? Let's have a look and see what we've got. I think we should paint a beautiful water scene. I think Richard's lovely water scene is almost dry. Let's get on and do quite a lot of little pieces today. Let's see what I can squeeze into one session. See, and then I'll continue painting all night long. So let's go to Australia with Richard, and then maybe let's go to Japan with Eriko. And I found my final one as well. We've got the final blank one. Maybe we'll start it. Maybe we will. Rosie says, ha ha, you should have heard my gasp when you dropped the canvas. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? Shocking, shocking, shocking. Right, I've got this one dry, at least touch dry. I think it might be dry. It wasn't as sunny as I'd hoped it would be today, but I think tomorrow the sun will be there. So I can dry some things in the daytime. We'll see. Got this Jersey milk. That's not milk. That's solvent for cleaning the brushes. Linseed oil. See what I can drop or not drop today. What'll she drop? What'll she drop? Hi, Lethargy. Nice to see you. You're now immortalised on the interwebs. There you are. Utterly immortalised. What a way to be. So hello, everybody. I think you all know me. So thank you very much. Nice to see you. My name is KendalJames. Let me know where you live. Give me a heads up. I want to know where you live. Sorry if you live in America and I have got you up in the very early hours for whatever it is I'm proposing we do right now. But if you're in the UK, then happy near 11sies, happy 10sies. I think that's approximately the time it is for you. 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at this little beach side here. Manchester, UK, lush, Rosie, that's lovely. Sunny Blackpool. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not there, Lethargy. 10 a.m. Yep, 10 a.m. in the UK. I said 11sies because I said close to 11sies, close to 11sies. Right, this we've got this lovely little scene here in Australia with Richard, but tiny little houses and things in the background. I was going to try and cast onto the canvas, and a couple of very faint dusty little clouds. Let me see if I can dust a couple of clouds into position. Let's see what I can do with the trusty old palette knife. Bit of white, greyish blue, a little bit greyish blue, bit more blue. Some very subtle clouds in the background there. Just going to see if I can pop a few of them into the picture. You almost can't see them by the naked eye. I can see them though because I'm a magician. I've just finished work. I've been at work all day. Excuse the trains in the background. I hope you don't mind. We're going for a big old ASMR ambient setting. Please forgive me. I've been at work all day, so I've been teaching English. So if my English fails me, that is why. It's quite common that my English gets a bit higgledy-piggledy once I've been teaching English all day. So we'll see what comes of that. This is the penultimate live painting session for this particular series. So welcome to the penultimate session. I hope you have a nice time here with me. I think we're going to be together for 2 hours. 2 hours, I think. And we're going to work on a variety of different paintings. I'm going to see if I can finish up a few. Maybe start the final one. And that way all of them have been started. And all of them have got to be finished within 10 or so more hours of work. So I'm going to be quite the busy little Kendall. It's evening time, so the way shadows cast in my home might be a little bit different to normal. In Japan, where I live, it is 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., just after 6, 6:05. 6:05. Feeling alive. Actually, I teach English here. I'm an instructor, and I was so livelily teaching English with such gusto that I've only bloomin' hurt my back, haven't I? So I had a little break where I came home because I work close to where I live on Saturdays. And I came home and I used the massage machine, and I just sat there again for 20 more minutes with the massage machine. I'm not really sure if I've done myself much good at all. I'm going to do yoga after this. Nothing like hunching over your oil paints or any paints for hours and then turning to a bit of yoga. Oh, doesn't it feel good? Doesn't that feel good? There we go. We've got a couple of tiny little puff shadows. Oh, I did that right off the screen, so you weren't even looking. I should probably pay a bit more attention. Sorry. Excuse that. There we go. A couple of little puffy clouds in the background. Should I blend them a little bit? Let me see. You know what? I know why that's looking all the way down. I knocked the gimbal. That's the problem. Well, that's no good. I can't have you guys looking at almost nothing. I bet you guys were telling me in the chat as well, weren't you? Let me see. Look at this. All the Northerners are out. Sunny Blackpool. We've got Manchester, Leeds. Got Leeds with Kimberly. Anna. Hello, Anna. Knocking, dropping, splodging. I'll try not to knock, drop, and splodge. But it does sound kind of fun, knock, drop, and splodging. Is that Northern? Northern. And I'm from the southwest. I'm from the southwest of the UK. But nice to have you guys here with me right now. Yeah, I'll actually be going well up north in the UK in July. At the end of July, I'm going to Kendal. Kendal is my namesake, but it's not actually. I'm not named after the place Kendal. I'm just named Kendal by chance. I'm named after a character, a gorgeous bodybuilding 20-year-old character, 20-year-old girl in a movie. That's cool, isn't it? Right, I'm going to try and lightly dust over this. No, I think that's going to blend it too much. Try and do a little dusty blend. Don't want to be overzealous with my blendy blends. I might just start making up all kinds of English, though. Now I've been teaching English all day, so excuse that. That comes into being. Right, I'm going to try and make tiny little houses in the background by doing tiny little bits of white and grey. Just popping the palette knife in there and seeing what happens. Hoping it picks up some of the rough edges here and there and makes its own little house shapes. We'll see. Okay, it's working out so far. Tiny little houses. And then I want to try and cast a beautiful sea over the top of this. I'll see if I can do that. Ah! That's way too much. Okay. That needs to come off. I used to teach this little girl art. I would teach her, and every time something happened that she thought was really bad, she'd go, ah! and scream really loudly. And I'd say, oh my goodness, can you calm down? Everything is totally fine. Everything is bad as you make it is as bad as you make it seem like it is. So let's use our, I say, non-stressful voices, please. Don't stress me out. Don't stress me out. There's no need for it. No need for it, guys. Chill. Okay, that's way too much. Ah! Just kidding. No need to Kendal mint cake. Whoop whoop. I'm going to get my chops around some Kendal mint cake. I'm going to Kendal because I'm going to a festival called Kendal Calling. It's literally called me. I didn't plan it. My tickets for the UK happened to be at the same time, and there happened to be a Kendal Calling is a festival, kind of lovely wildernessy like festival. I think, I hope, and I want to smell the freshly cut grass, the spilt beer, the burritos cooking, see the music, see and hear the music, see the sun go down at 10 p.m. Oh, I'm excited. I realise it could be wet as anything up in Kendal though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it might be like. What can I say, by the way? I've got this. I've got this piece here. Oh, where is it? Oh, I stuck it to my wall. This, by the way, Richard is the person that lives in Australia, the guy that lives in Australia. His wife painted this and sent it to me. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. I love art. Aren't people clever? Aren't people clever? Little sausages. You guys are all from up north. So do you call people sausages sometimes? I call people sausages. And my students, sometimes they say, we're not sausages. I also teach adults. They don't say, we're not sausages. I only say it to the kids because it's meant to be like, you cheeky little sausages. I describe it by using the word, the word I'm trying to explain. What a good teacher you are, Kendal. What a good teacher. Sounds like someone's got a Walkman on. Retro. I can't wait to go and play with my friends again. Tomorrow night I get to go and play with my friends. I'm going to karaoke tomorrow night. So after a 9-hour painting session, I get to go to karaoke, see my friends. I'm trying to be good and organize in spots where I can rest, you know? Stop just working my butt off all the time. Don't work too hard. You've never tried Kendal mint cake? It's sugar sweet, full of energy, and sometimes coated in chocolate. Me too, you know. Hee hee hee. Just kidding. There's a lovely little sketch that Jack D does. He says, "Have you ever been to Kendal? If you go to Kendal, everyone will try giving you Kendal mint cake. Kendal mint cake, and you have one bite of Kendal mint cake and slip into a diabetic coma," is what he says. It is just the 3 ingredients are sugar, glucose. The bat-eared of you will realise glucose is just sugar as well. So it's glucose, sugar, and mint flavouring. That's it. And if you're lucky, it's also got chocolate on it. So if you're planning on giving me any, then please give it to me with chocolate on it. I mean, I'll take any Kendal mint cake. Who am I kidding? People think it's a really unique gift to give someone called Kendal. I saw this and thought of you. Look, it's got your name on it. Oh, wow, thank you. I've never had one of those before. Luckily, I do like it, though. Luckily, I do like Kendall mint cake. It'd be a problem if I was getting given it and I didn't like it, wouldn't it? Try and create some brown trees over here. A little bit brown. Check your messages every now and again as well. I don't think I've ever had a Kendall mint cake. It's your mission. It's your homework this week. Please try to get some Kendall mint cakes, everybody. Alex's wife? No, not Alex. Richard. I said Richard in Australia. Alex does not yet have a wife. He's got a girlfriend. Richard is the guide in Australia whose piece this is from, whose postcard this is from. The guide from Heygo, for anyone who's watching and who doesn't really know what we're talking about. We used to be on a platform called Heygo for virtual touring, checking out the world around us. And there was a guide called Richard, a nice little older gentleman. And he's got a lovely wife. And I sent him a little Welsh dragon. He's got Welsh blood. And his wife sent me a lovely landscape, which is pretty great. So the world goes round happily, happily, happily. I've never gotten anything from Alex, but I haven't sent anything, so I shouldn't expect to get anything. It's usually the way it goes. Just trying to get some texture in the trees and things around here, but texture that looks kind of natural. So I might need to do a little something different. Put a bit more green back into it as well, with a little bit of texture, using the side of the palette knife and using my finger. I'll clean my finger a little bit here and there. Try and get a bit of something yellowy on there. I'd argue these fingers might be one of the best tools, so don't be afraid. Use your fingers. Use your fingers. Oh, Lethargy says, I love Jack D. I saw him the night before lockdown started. On my birthday 4 years ago, I saw Michael McIntyre. Is one of the side effects having a lovely Kendall dropping by? Sarah, are you going to be like giving yourself tooth decay eating Kendall mint cakes until it gets me there? Silly sausage occasionally. Yay for resting. I'm feeling good, but my neck and my back hurt a little bit, but I'm going to do some more yoga after. I really love Kendall mint cake, but as a diabetic, not really allowed it anymore. Yeah, I'd say so, Kimberly. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anna says, missed lots of Richard's tours because of the time difference. It was the way of it all. It was the way of it all. What really got me is that whenever I'd put on the Heygo Voyages or something, I'd say, come on everybody, make sure you sign up to my tours and things. I'm not getting that many bookings. I'd get a load of people in the UK saying, yeah, Kendall, that's because they're at the wrong time for me. And I'm like, excuse me, I do understand that. I'm not like, it's not new information to me where I live and what the time zone is, but there's more than just you guys in the world. So I found it always very weird how people who had something not productive to say couldn't resist making me seem like a silly Billy, as if I didn't know. But then, I don't know, takes all sorts. There's all sorts out there in the world. Maybe they didn't even know what they were coming across as. Maybe I don't even know what I'm coming across as, so who even cares? Try and get Oh, I'm liking it. We got a nice bit of texture coming in here. Well, I, for one, am very excited to see all of these pieces get put next to each other. Are you excited? I also have a really exciting way of displaying them that I've not disclosed to you guys. So I'm hoping I can yet surprise you when it comes to time for the big show. I'm hoping I can yet surprise you. We'll see what I can do. Okay, sneak a little bit of light green in here. I realize I'm probably holding this in all kinds of crazy directions. You can see the true way that someone who calls themselves an artist works. Yeah. Ooh. I quite often get people saying, I wish you'd do outside tours again, as if Heygo is the thing that stops me doing outside tours, which I think is quite funny. It's both flattering, because I'm glad, but it's also a strange kind of, I don't know, lack of attention to the things that I've been saying and the things that I've been doing. Like, of course, I have to prepare for this exhibition, as I've always said. Even if Heygo was still running, you would have caught me in the same way. And if I was still as ill, because I was sick for so long, then you'd still have caught me in the same way, just doing stuff from my home anyway. Okay, I think that might be nice enough. I think it looks like there's little houses and things going on. Oh, maybe there's a couple of little dots of. Oh, it's not really on this part of it. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Little dots of like boats and things in the water, but so tiny. Who knows? Someone might spot the detail and say, "Oh my goodness, she actually did boats out there." So, who knows who it will bring joy to, and thus it is worth it. Oh, my nail varnish is very sparkly, isn't it? I've cut my nails back down to my own little nails. They're all kind of weak and thin. But thank you. I like the nail varnish too. I love Michael McIntyre. Now we can watch tours later on here. That's great. I love it. Later? What do you mean? This time? I was doing some this time anyway. People don't realize I was servicing every time zone. But because everyone in every time zone only got to see half of what I do, everyone kept saying, oh, you only do tours outside. I miss your painting tours. Or you only do tours inside. I miss your outside tours. But like, it was time zone appropriate. Oh, that's all right, Rosie. Don't worry. No one can come to all the lives, especially not if we're in dramatically different countries. Although Matt's tours are on the late side, they're at least on the weekend, and I can sleep in the following morning. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I can't always do the weekend. Or in fact, I give because tips are honestly so few and far between. Regardless of when I do my tours, like I've done them on the weekend plenty of times. I've experimented with every possible time. But the way I see it, if I'm not getting money, I can't constantly work any time. If I'm getting a good amount of money for it, or any money, then it can sway me into doing it at times I wouldn't normally do it. But because I don't, I give those Saturday nights. There's not much I can do for you anyway because places are closed. Saturday nights I could go out and do something. But people want to see daytime tours. I physically can't because of the time zone. And Sundays I spend with my partner, because if it's not work, because I'm not getting a lot of money, then I can't be giving up all of my, you know, like friends and family time, like as my partner, as my family, or my other friends and things. I can't be work, 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 and no friends or family. So that's why I don't do it. After I realized I wasn't getting anything for it, I realized I'm going to have to get my life back. I have to find a balance. So people often tell me, Kendall, you're working too hard, you're doing too much, but they don't realize I am actually, I'm cutting back on quite a lot all the time. And that's why. So I don't often listen to you shoulds, because I'm trying to manage my own lifestyle. And the you shoulds I usually already know. Sorry, I'm getting a bit preachy and annoying, aren't I? I'll be quiet. How are you all doing? Let me know. Trying to get the white of the water back there. But I don't really need too much of it. I don't need it to be too pure looking. I think if I squish right up close, then I can squish the blue right up next to that. Okay. Okay, we've got white coming in there. Right, next we're going to have blue. Some lovely shades of, like, what is that? That's a teal kind of blue. A nice tealy blue. Gonna be bright, shining down through there. Try and get these waves and things as well. I feel like it's a bit purpley in there, so I'm going to go and add that purpley tone, I think, too. Let's see what you guys are saying. Texture, yay! I like textures on paintings. I guess that's one of the reasons I like Kim Noble's paintings. One of her personality, Anon, uses textures and looks so awesome. Simple but awesome. I love it too, yeah. So you can see the detail in the sky there. I use the palette knife to do the sky. I haven't done that with all of them. But then I've tried to create 3D with, look, even only a bit of the cloud is 3D. The one I want to stand out. The other clouds are soft puffed into the back. I've tried to create the depth in the mountains with the texture as well. And then around here, tried to get lots of texture. And I'm hoping this is a whole new texture over here. I want it to be thick and smooth. Thick and smooth. Let's have a look. So excited and inspired by you and what you're doing. Thanks, Kimberly. Ooh, and an extra Kimberly. I love all the textures you put in. Cute tiny boats. Thanks, Rosie. Silly question. Will you make paintings what people are allowed to touch, since you do amazing textures? Yeah, in the future, of course. And in fact, I've made quite a lot of things out of other stuff, out of plastic, but I don't think I'm going to let people touch my first ever oil paintings. However, there's some excellent, I've got friends who have visual impairments, which are quite difficult for them. And I know that there are galleries and things around the world in which you can go and like touch all of the sculptures. Like, how cool is that? That's awesome. So I'd love to do some things like that in the future. They're not going to touch these ones though. If I wouldn't touch it myself, then I wouldn't let someone else touch it. And you can see this kind of texture is for looking, not touching. That's my ruling. If I wouldn't suggest I do it, I wouldn't suggest you do it. But then there's a lot of things I had to do that you probably shouldn't do, okay, everyone? But I'm desperate to touch art whenever I go to museums and things. But you're not meant to. Don't touch the art. Don't touch the art. I'm grateful for any time you share with us. Thank you, Kimberly. Ashfaq only does weekend lives as well. He does. But are you excited for me and Ashfaq to meet up together in Dubai this year? It's gonna be so cool. I have to pass through Dubai on my way home anyway, so I figured I'm gonna go meet Ashfaq. And he says he's thinking of taking the time off with me. He said, Kendall, unless you think that's weird, then I won't. And I said, dude, take it off. I want to hang out with you. That would be so cool. So that'll be something like just over the first half of August. You'll catch us together. Getting stuck in with my fingers here. Like I said, I've been trying to do different textures and things on all of my pieces, different techniques, so that I can really get to grips with what works for me with oil color, I guess. So now that's going to be putting my finger in it. I like it. Ooh, fun. It's my evening time, so hence more energy than usual. What do you think? Do you like it? And tomorrow, if you're in the UK, it's your 1 a.m. It's your 1 a.m. the next day. 1 a.m. Saturday. Ooh, your 1 a.m. tonight. It'll be my final oil painting. Oh no! Dramatic moment. Sorry. I've gone and over touched it. See, don't touch it too much. Can I can't even like lick it. Can I lick it? No, I don't think you meant to lick it. Don't lick the oil paints. What have I done? I've unpured my sky. What part of my hand is messy? Kendall's. Okay, bought myself a new TV for the first time and it's epic. Oh my goodness, Rosie. I hope you've put this onto the TV so you can see it big. You haven't caught his live. Not sure what he's doing right now. Been checking my postcards of your tours for a nice sunset, but the tours have been during the day or night time. The ones of mine that you've been on, Lethargy. I did do some nice sunset ones, but you might not have seen me. You might not have seen me then. Oh yeah, we're going to meet up, don't worry. Yeah, Ashfaq's so lovely. I'm going to put my blooming hand in my artwork. I'm going to have to make it up after. I'm going to let it go for now. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to put a bit more brownie colours around here though. You can't stop me touching it. I accidentally got red on my hand though. Okay, this is going to be under the water. So it doesn't really matter what I do to it. Psh. Thanks! You say it looks great. I should do that. I haven't quite mastered getting on the TV yet. I think you just like, what does it say? Throw. It says throw to TV. Lethargy says, my first tour with you was the Fire Festival, so not that long ago. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I did a lot of sunsets before that. I did a couple after that. I did one insanely good one after that, actually. But it was a little bit, might have been a bit last minute. But we saw the sky look just like the flag in Japan. Just look incredible. It looks incredible. Right. I'm going to try and make up a nice bluey, tealy bluey. So I'm going to put greens and all sorts in it. Tealy bluey, tealy bluey, tealy blue. Mix the colours nice and thickly, and I'll make a tealy blue. I love colour mixing very, 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 very much. It's so fun to me. Ooh. Right. Get some of this in it so it can flow a bit better. Pop the linseed oil in it. I've got it right on the corner over here because I'm hoping I can really grab it wonderfully and spread it all over to be the water. But I might be pushing it a little bit, doing on the edge of this in this bit. It is too green right now. That's fine. Ooh, that smells not good. I'm so glad I'm not allergic to this stuff. Really thought I was, unless I've conditioned myself into it. But it was looking bad for a while, wasn't it? Who's watched since the beginning of this series? It was looking bad for a while. I couldn't really breathe or... Oh, my throat hurts so much. Turns out I was just having really persistent bouts of things akin to tonsillitis. Rosie, I'm the same. While in bed, I accidentally put on a horror on TV downstairs and scared my mum. Oh my goodness. That's funny. God, that would have scared me. Not good with horrors. I've got too vivid an imagination, so I imagine it's all real. I'm convinced it's all real. It'd be cool if I could make this look really translucent. That's kind of why I already put these bits of yellow underneath, because I'm hoping that I can sort of rub away at some of it and it makes it look a bit like it's translucent. Like the sea goes on forever and forever, forever. So fun making oil paint cake. Right, I want it to be limier. Limier, like brighter. Maybe I should put yellow in it. I'm going to take another bit of this. 3 sets of colours happening. And here I thought I was just going to do a neat little bit over there. Right. Bit of brightness in this, I think. Yeah, look what that does. That's a lesson learned. Okay, how did I do that? Okay, let's try. Let's get spreading. Again, doesn't matter too much if it's not whatever someone else's idea of perfect is. Not going for that. I'm going for my idea of fun. I might have to focus a little bit here, my friends. Right. Ah, paint my finger by accident. Right, definitely. I know there's a way I can do this. Get it to look just how I want it to. I can do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna so do it. But I really want to move some of it. Maybe I have to get my fingers stuck right in there in a minute. Yeah, maybe I have to use my fingers. And I've got to remember, no expectations. No expectations, no disappointment. Just make and be happy making. I want it to be a much richer blue though. A flat brush with round edges. Yeah, not right now. I've got some ideas. If you need to see a GP in Japan, do you have to pay privately? Everybody has to pay privately in Japan. There's no public GP thingy. Everyone, all of the doctors and everything are private. So I pay the health insurance that everyone pays. I think I might need to use a smaller palette knife in a minute though. All of my bright blue is gone. Sorry, I keep going off shot. Bear with me. Bright blue again. Hello everybody coming in. If anyone's got any questions, you're welcome to ask them. My name is Kendall James. You can check me out on linktr.ee/MissKendalJames if you want to see some of the other stuff that I do. See some other things I make. You can also check out my Buy Me a Coffee. You can give that a follow even without leaving any money, although please consider leaving a little bit of money. My Buy Me a Coffee is where you can buymeacoffee.com/MissKendalJames is where you can follow my newsletter and see the other posts. I've got lots of links to cool stuff. And I'm a British artist living in Japan, and this is my first time ever doing oil paints. Oh, that's not what I want to do at all. Okay, now I want to see if I can find the bits of yellow that I put in and under there. I put little bits of yellow in there. I might have to add new bits. They're going to disappear. Too oily. Oh, there we are. Look, the yellow's poking through. Ah, there it is. Hee hee hee. I wanted it to look like the beach really was sneaking on through. Oh, love it. That's a hint of what I wanted. But oh my goodness, my hands are getting painterly. So I want to get some scoops of... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do there. That might be okay though. Okay, what I'm gonna do is put more... Oh, it's already kind of got the shapes I want it to have in here. Ooh-wee! I'm liking it. It's coming together. Sorry, I'm holding it. It's even weird for me because of the gimbal being in the way. And then over here, I need purest whites. Let's see. I think it's coming together. And there'll be some make or break, add white bits. We'll see. So working on this piece from a postcard taken on Heygo. It is a beach in Australia at Barrenjoey Lighthouse, looking down from the top of Barrenjoey Lighthouse. Now, to keep wiping the palette knife because as soon as I touch it, it picks up the colours underneath. I want it to not do that. I'm going to use a tiny brush after. Might all be a bit easier if I wasn't using such a tiny brush in the first place. Wasn't using such a tiny canvas in the first place, sorry. I can see my hand shaking because it's just the wrong width. I have to go careful because that's when I accidentally drop it. So let's not accidentally drop it. Let's move that over there. Oop. Will come together. Anyone feel like going for a swim? Oh my goodness. I'm embarrassed. Rosie says, I've just mastered how to get all this onto my TV. So now I'm watching this all in glorious HD. I also think that's very cute that you've decided you've mastered it already. You've gone from I know nothing to I've mastered it. Love it. Confidence. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Okay, I gotta try and... This is one of the reasons why people say oil painting is great, but it's also, I think, a nightmare. That everyone says, it's so forgiving, it's so forgiving. They mean like you can pick it up and start over again, but you can't. Not really. You've got to learn how it conducts itself with all of the other things, all of the other tones that are around. And it's got its own ideas, I'm telling you. Right, excuse maybe the strange angle as I'm doing this, these little bits around here. Ooh, don't want that down there. I want it to be pure, straight. Okay. Okay. Kind of liking it. Still a bit to do. Brightest, seaiest blue. Oh, you can hear really sweet little birds outside. Might have to go for a smaller palette knife, I think, so I stop touching everything all the time. There's evening birds outside. It's coming up to 7 p.m. and there's very cute little birds twittering outside. Okay, for starters, I need more white. But it's coming together. 1 second, I'll go a bit up here. Bit up here in the top side. But the oil paint is much thicker up here. Ooh, I also got a stick yesterday. Yay! I'm like a dog, so happy. Look, I got a stick. I'm so happy for you, Kendall. You got a stick. Lucky Kendall. I'm going to use the other side of my stick. I'll use a brush in there after. Ooh, that's working nicely. I want it to create textures at the edges of the areas, especially. This stick's being like just another palette knife at this rate. But I guess at least it's one I can control more and I can see the other end of it. When I use the palette knife over the little canvas, I can't see what's happening around the back. Running out of white. I need to put more white down. Yeah, cool. Ha! Wow. I wonder if you could take postcards on your TV. Good idea. Mastered is a stretch. Currently on the TV, so I've won. I'm the winner. I like it. You're the winner. Winning. In a competition with you and the inanimate object. You are the winner. Congratulations, my friend. Could hope for nothing less. Nothing less from my friends. Get a little bit of linseed oil in this. Give it a little tiny mix up. This is waves I like. Look at this. I love oil paint doing this. So good. I can see other pieces coming out in my future pieces. I've got a couple of ideas for just here too. First of all, I'm going to push a little bit of white here. I wanted less. And sorry, you got my concentration mode right now. So you're not hearing much of anything other than deep concentration. Okay, I'm very happy with the way the yellow is coming through there. It's what I wanted. I'm gonna have to go wash my hands after this one before I start on another area of another one. My hands are way too oil painty. Heart in throat. No more splodge. Concentration is good. We can enjoy the relaxing paint sounds. Do you mean the sounds of the train station? Where? That's quite a nice sound. It's a good sound, isn't it? That's a nice sound. Right. Let's paint ourselves some water. Seagulls, trains. I've got it all. Okay, stick is good. Stick is friend. Yeah, my heart's a bit in my throat when when my hand starts shaking like that. I really want to try and make clear wavelets up in the background. Okay, I think I'm gonna, oh, almost there. I've got an idea if I just push a little brush in there. I think I'm close to this one being finished. Or at least to it having a timeout. Okay. Bluish colour. Other end of the stick. Greenish bluey colour. Coming in some of these bits. Yeah, and I've got this tiny, tiny little brush. But the brushes are difficult because everyone leaves a mark on the canvas. I'm actually not liking the brush so much. But then if I stop trying to make it look just like the picture and just trying to be inspired by the picture, then I'll be happier, I think. I'm trying to use big dollops of it here. Big dollops, but I've got to keep getting fresh paint because the big dollops are picking up the colour underneath. Fresh big dollops, there we go. A little bit of bright blue and green. Okay, it's looking refreshing, right? It's looking, yeah, I want to swim in it. So I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. Would you swim in it? So that's what we need to know, isn't it? And you know what? I think I would swim in it. I would swim in this. And that's how I know it's finished. Apart from a couple of extra tiny dot houses. Here we go. Yay! I'm going to be sad if people want to buy these. I'll be both happy and sad. You know, I can't look at them if other people are all over them. Okay. Quick check. Yeah. Dekita. They are my babies. That's true. They're my babies. Oh, apart from this up here, I messed up, didn't I? I messed up with putting yellow in the blue sky. I got yellow in the blue sky, everybody. Silly Kendall. 1 second when I try to erase the yellow in the blue sky. Rookie mistake. Right, bear with me. I'm going to do something with a cloth. Try and touch it up. You guys can't really see it, I guess. But I can see it, and enough to distress and annoy me. I can't have it ruining the palette knife effect I had going on. It's a bit like polishing it. Okay, it's working, it's working. The yellow is neutralized. Not something I'd usually do. Yellow is my favorite color. Usually I'd let yellow reign. Fantastic. But this time, yellow, you overstepped. Overstepped your boundaries. I'm going to get this one away while I turn it around to gaze at it. Ta-da! Finished. I learned what ta-da in Japanese is. Would you like to know? It's ja-ja! 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 Ta-da! Yay! Thank you, everybody. I like it too. Yatta! Okay, I think I have to freshen up my hands. And I might toy with the idea of using a different palette. Toy with the idea of a different palette. Can you guys speak amongst yourselves for about 2 minutes? I'm just going to put a little bit of this horrible... Oh, I should have taken that ring off. But this horrible solvent stuff in my hands. I'm just going to go and wash it off. Okay, I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, the jiffy is done. Thanks, Jiffosaurus Rexes. Okay, what would you like me to paint next? I can paint, let me think. So there's a Mount Fuji which would require maybe a lot of effort, but I could, I could do a Mount Fuji. Salvador one's going to be quite complicated, so I'm saving this one. The Queen I was working on yesterday. I might let her get tacky for another day before I start messing around with her. But she's looking nice. I'm going to put this little gemstone behind me before I drop it on something. Butterfly is almost finished, so I could finish up the butterfly. That's almost almost finished. Super almost. These two have not even started, so we're not going there. Ooh. Little Winchester Cathedral. I think that might need my personal detailed attention because, of course, you can probably tell that's quite a tricky one. Ja-ja! I think the Japanese version of tada might be adorable the way I do it in particular. Fuji? Okay, I'll do Fuji and then maybe butterfly and oh, maybe butterfly. Wait. Yeah, we got an hour. Let me get a bit of the Mount Fuji in the background. We might just do a bit of it. Get Fuji in there, and then I might do the rest in my own time because it's a bit of a tricky one. So what I might do is palette knife that Mount Fuji into position and palette knife a bit of the other stuff going on in it. We'll see, shall we? But the pagoda, I think I'll have to do with a little bit more concentration. Some things it's a little tricky doing with the I might do the tulips. Some people have been keen on that. It's a little bit tricky to do some of the pieces with a gimbal in front of me. I can do a lot more detail, a lot more carefully if I don't have a gimbal right there. Let's have a look, see what we've got. How is everybody doing? What is your lot? Did you finish your alpaca? Not yet, but I can do the alpaca one next, lethargy or something. There's just too many that aren't finished. They're all so fun and so lovely. Let's get Fuji-san, Fuji-san, Fuji-san. Bum bum. This is my nighttime energy. Do you like it? Is it appropriate? I have loads more energy for nighttime. I haven't even eaten my dinner yet, so it's gonna be energy out of everywhere, out of every hole. So we need a mauvey colour. So I'll put a little bit of red into this bluish something I made earlier. Yeah, there we go. Come on, Fuji-san. So I've changed the composition a little bit myself because I want to make the most beautiful piece possible. And I've got the artistic license, so I get to choose what my composition is, and you guys get to choose with your art. If you find yourselves ever creating masterpieces, which you should, I encourage, wholeheartedly encourage. I'm going to palette knife Mount Fuji because I want the little textures, even though I'm bringing it forward. Do you see? I've changed it a little bit to look more like this one. Changed it quite a lot actually. Oh, I actually don't need to go all the way up into the distance with that. Over here is going to be the pagoda, so I don't need to go in that corner. We can at least get a little Mount Fuji up here. Oh, I should stop putting my finger right on top of everything else, shouldn't I? Oh, Kendall. When I went on this tour, I knew it had to be painted a scene like this. I just knew it. Did you know that Eriko used to be an oil painter? Or at least she used to. Yeah, she used to be an oil painter at college, I think. Isn't that a neat little fact? I say like I'm... Oh, look at Kendall, the best at collecting facts. Well done, Kendall. Do 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 do. Why do you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down. No one's around, I mean worst of all. You never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. It's nighttime, evening energy. Let's get a little bit of this for that Fujisan peak. Might have to go littler. Don't touch it. Right, I don't know if this is going to go well. I'm going to try it. Yeah, boy. Fine texture. There's today's earworm. Why do you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to put me down. No one's around, I mean worst of all. Never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still. I need you. Now, I've got to do this right, because I can't rightly present an exhibition to a bunch of Japanese people, have them say, that's not right. I know Mount Fuji, you do it like this. And they'll tell me. Ugh. Honestly, that was now almost scary. Sorry, Rosie. I need you more than anyone, darling. I think it could have been done a little bit better. I'm over touching it. This is the major problem with it. Yeah, way over touching it. Now it's mixing up with the mauve colour underneath. Not good. Not good at all. It actually looked perfect at one point. Oh, I went and ruined it. It's alright. We live, we learn. And I could start again. I think I might start again. Bit of a waste of the paint. I guess it's not too much paint. Oh, it really hurt my back today. Let me think. I need it to be purer. I need it to be the purest, whitest thing you've ever looked at. I need it to be a marshmallow. A marshmallow in the skyline. You need to lie down. You need a lie down. Suddenly need a lie down. You or me? What do you think? Stack more white on top and hope for the best, or wipe it off and start again? Votes. Cast your votes now. Wipe or stack? I'm leaning to wipe. Okay, I'm gonna wipe. You say stack. You need to go real thick for stack, and the thicker I go, the longer it's going to take to dry. And also, I have to go super thick to have it stack well. I'm leaning to wipe. I'm going in for a little wipe. I'm going in for a wipe like this. Wipe and stack. Let's wipe and stack. Best of both worlds. Sounds like we're talking about the poop special again. Okay, what I need is a purist swipe. Purist swipe of Fuji white. I'm trying it with the longer one this time. Excuse the angle if it's not super good. That one can go away. Excuse me, absolute concentration mode right now. It's because it's so Japanese. It's quintessentially Japanese. So this one, it's got all my attention. Ay, ay, ay. Must be painful viewing. Who knew a little triangle of mountain was going to be my biggest hurdle? No offense, Fuji-san. No offense intended. Okay. Maybe getting somewhere. I think I'm happy with this bit. Maybe I'll use a brush over there and see. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's see what a brush can do for me. Clean one. That's my makeshift foil lid, so I don't inhale all the allegedly not very toxic fumes. No, I don't like it. I wonder if you guys can see what I can see in like the way I don't like it. Or if I'm just being the strangest version of an artist right now, where no one can even see why I don't like something. Attempting stacking. Progress. Okay, I think I'm going to let Fujisan rest and think about what it's done to me. Here on this side, I'm putting a tree anyway. So this side, we don't even need to worry about. Tree is going over there. Excellent. And then this side, almost perfect. Stack and pull. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Okay. It's not because the blue is too dark, no. Nothing to do with the blue. But you can... This picture is incredibly overexposed. It's, I have to compensate for where that picture has... where that picture has made things a bit weird. But I think it's just too big. I think I have to start fully again. I don't like it at all. I think the white should have been up at the top. There was a sweet spot at the very, very beginning where it looked good. It's not the snow I don't... it's me doing the snow I don't like. Is what I've done with the snow. I think the snow needs to be much shorter because it's going to make it look like Mount Fuji is really close. Oh, wait. It's meant to be spring. It often will have this much snow on it. So I guess that's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. I might leave it. I might leave it. What do you mean, Lauren? The white bit is too dark. You said, is it because it's too dark? And you said the white bit. No, the white bit is bright now. So that's fine. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to try and get some of the other colours in around here to make up the little landscape. Got all kinds of colours happening in this bit. Okay, feeling better about it already. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. That's what it's like in the confusing mind of an artist. Remember, make no expectations, have no disappointments. No expectations, no disappointments. Maybe if anyone starts to comment and it sounds a bit mean, I'll just pretend I can't speak any Japanese. Haha. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of tree up here. Pretty green tree. I've changed the composition a bit to suit myself, as I told you. So that's great. And then it's got to have some cherry blossoms in the foreground. And then a nice pagoda over on this other side, which would be really difficult to put in. But I can do it. And anyway, art can look like whatever you like. So there. Fun textures there. Look at that. Juicy textures. Look how it glistens. Yummy. Not yummy as in eat it. Do not eat oil paint. Not yummy as in eat it at all. The picture will completely change with the pagoda. Thanks, Lethargy and Lauren. Try and stop me. What did I say? As Rosie, if you descended into having a lot of drinks. So, we've got to put loads of little houses. You're going to be hardly able to see any of them. It's quite fun to make houses that you can barely see. It's all the people living in and around Fujisan. Can I do pointillism? And a little bit of pink in and around here, I think, for where the blossoms are gonna be so pretty. And darker green as well. As I get a bit closer, I'll paint things that look a little bit more like real buildings. Try and stop me munching on oil paints. Please don't. And if you do, at least don't say it was me that told you. I was the one that told you not to do it. Okay, I'm holding this over those paints so that if it drops, then we know it's a sign that it doesn't look good and I should start again. If it doesn't drop, we're good. That's the kind of destiny I'm going for. So are any of you guys night owls? Is anyone staying up for the final painting tour, all of you in the north of the UK? Or is it going to change to being an American session? Okay, gonna use a tiny little brush now. Gotta get some dark, super dark greens in there, I think. In and around. Some of the colours blend in a little bit more than I've got them blending at the moment. I don't want it to look too much like a cocktail stick helped me with this piece, if you know what I mean. I'll be here at 1 AM. Oh, thanks, Lethargy. I'm sadly not a night owl, though. We'll check what time it's on. I'll try, but I can't promise. You just made me hold my breath and don't drop it. I'll try not to. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Ooh, ah. Oh no, look at that. That's not what I wanted. Sorry for all my... It's my version of not saying bad words. I just do a teeth kiss instead. Little squeeze. Little squeeze of the old stick. Well, that sounded dodgy as anything, that did. Nobody have a squeeze of the old stick. Don't do that. Don't listen to me. What am I even talking about? Goodness gracious me. It's too much, Rosie and lethargy. Way too much. I can't even. I've stunned myself to silence here. Oh, that's a euphemism. Gosh. I'm actually really impressed with myself and disgusted at the same time. For equal parts, totally impressed with yourself and totally disgusted. I'm also trying really hard not to laugh really, really, really hard. Ah. We've had some right one-liners in these little painting tours with poops and all sorts going on. Okay, I think that looks like a city is down there. Maybe it needs to be more bluish. Does that count as today's dramatic moment? I hope so. Hi, Jenny. I think you just missed the most glorious euphemistic something. I'm not even sure what I was trying to say now. Okay, trying to blend this in a bit, and then I think I might highlight some again. What was I trying to say, everybody? Do you remember? Hello, lovely Jenny. Nice to see you. It's actually tickling me. Yeah, I said it's like a squeeze of the old stick, but I honestly don't remember what I was referring to. I know what it sounds like, but I do not know what it was referring to. I'm going to have to get a purest pinky in here in a second. I don't really know if it's possible, considering the other colours I've squished onto this, but I'm going to do my best. You did collage club and watercolour ink painting. How lovely. Oh, she does that. Did, or do. Do. There's no limit. Okay. Let me get this over here. I want the blossoms and things squeezed in over here. We're having the tree go all the way up this high. It's my prerogative. Have the tree go up that high. Okay. Past tense. Oi. Oi. Sorry, lovely. You made good pictures. I always saw good, lovely pictures. Right. Some white. Can I make that purest cotton candy pink? I wonder. I wonder. And I also need a kind of super dark green. So I'm going to put brown and dark blue together. Just not getting the number of viewers. I did a tour for 3 people the other day. I did a thing for 3 people. So it sucks. It does suck, and it doesn't, because we also make the lives of so many, but it doesn't really help us to live. So that's the bit that sucks, I think. It doesn't really help us to pay for our bills. Okay. I get to choose what kind of tree goes here. Yay, happy little trees. Everything is good again. Yay, happy little trees. Trying to stipple them in. Stipple? That's the word for this action, isn't it? Stippled in. Texture. Come and get your texture. Okay, next. Cherry blossoms. Ooh, those trees look nice. I could just eat them up. Also, don't eat them. Kendall Ross is here. Happy little trees. Oh, Rosie, it's not just the art tours that I do that don't get many viewers. All of my tours don't get many viewers. Especially now they're not on Heygo. Especially now they're not. And that's time zone relevant, and it's also because the people that are watching the tours are the people that used to use Heygo. And so the guides that were most popular because they started a year or 2 before myself and Ginny, they're the ones that get all the attention. And that's fine, but it just means that if me and Ginny want to do really well on YouTube, we have to treat it totally separately from everything on the what's it called, live or live virtually. We have to treat what we do totally separately. Okay, that's a bit too pink. That's no cherry blossom pink. That's just high-end pink. Let's get... Cherry blossoms are almost white. Almost just white. A little pink. Don't worry, lovely. Are you still having a nice time? I'll be very glad if you are. That's what it's all about. Having a nice time. I'm creating art. Hopefully this is bringing joy to some people. And all is well in the world in some way or another. Well, not really, because there's so many horrible things happening all around the world. Awful, awful things. So I can't really be too sad, because all I've got is a bad back, but I've got a roof. Doing your first tour on Globetrotters this week. See how that goes. Oh, nice. That's exciting. Very exciting. Do let us know. I'm going to brave a little bit of brightest pink under here. Maybe I can get some depth, pinky depth. Also, if it satisfies the people love the pinky depth. Right, pagoda's got to fit in over there. I think it looks romantic. Do you guys ever think that about cherry blossoms? Got to find a way for it to not look like it's done by a palette knife in a straight line. Might put some just pink on, just white on top actually. Yeah. Actually, there are some branches and things. The branches are brown. Maybe I could squeeze them through. Yeah, maybe branches look nice. Does anyone remember being on this tour, by the way? It was on a Heygo tour, of course. In Shizuoka Prefecture. In Japan. You can tell it's Japan, of course. That's easy. That's the easy bit. Okay, we got some great texture in here. And I think it looks pretty cool. I might need to try and make the branches around here look a little bit more natural. Okay. Not too bad, I think. Yeah, actually I really like it, finally. Whew. And then I've got to work pretty hard to get a pagoda into that corner. We'll see what happens with that. Let me see what I can do with that. Well, everybody, we're coming up to a smart 2 hours exactly, which is what I promised. I promised the 2 hours. What shall I do? Shall I save? I'll save clogs and the alpaca for tomorrow, or I don't know. Tomorrow's session. But today in this session I completed, you encouraged these two pieces, these two gemstones. This one's not finished yet, actually. Ta-da! Refreshing. Hey, so refreshing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, everybody. I hope you'll give me a follow on buymeacoffee.com/MissKendalJames. Give me a follow over there if you'd leave me a tip, or if you would sponsor me. I would be ever so grateful. All of these materials cost hundreds of pounds and dollars, so please, thank you very much, as well as my time. But if you give it a follow at very least, then you'll get lots of links and things. So please go ahead and do that. I would love to provide you with lots of cool links to other stuff, other videos and things. And I've added a couple of really cool... Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. That's very kind of you. I've added a couple of... What on earth was going on? But thank you, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry, lovely. Thank you. Catch you later. Check me out. linktr.ee/MissKendalJames. buymeacoffee.com/MissKendalJames. Instagram, all the other things. It's all the same. Thanks, everybody.